Okay, I just wanted to make this quick video to explain the item builds on Ryze. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of shit, and I'm here to finally put this through. So first of all, runes. As you can see right now, I'm building Conqueror, but that's only because they have 4 melees. If you have 3 melees, you can build Conqueror. It'll suck in the early game, but the late game is pretty good. Actually, the early game is also pretty good, since it gives you like a nice advantage in the early game against your opponent. This, again, only works if it's a melee opponent. Runes, you almost always want Gathering Storm, unless you're going for a cheese build. Anytime else, definitely Phase Rush. Now, the runes do not actually impact what you build in items. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, I already built Conqueror, better go for like a bruiserish build. No. Runes just matter based on opponent. You need the Phase Rush, get Phase Rush. You don't need Phase Rush, then you can build Conqueror and go for Cosmic Drive. That's basically the main thing. Like, that's the same thing with Vlad, but yeah, that's a different video. Anyway, so for Mythic, a Crown is genuinely trash in this meta right now. Do not build it. Everfrost is not bad if you want to go for like a more robust build. And what you do is you go for Everfrost, and you go for Winter's Approach, and you go for Horizon Focus. This gives you a pretty nice like health with the amount of cooldown reduction that you need and the CC that you need to like proc your items. You don't have to go for Approach or Horizon Focus. Wait, did I say Horizon Approach? But like, it's really recommended. When it comes to Archangels, almost never go Archangels. It is genuinely trash. Like, it is a really, really bad item. The stats are pretty nice, but that's it. It's a stat stick. If you're going stat stick, go for Rod of Ages, because the stats are genuinely just not better, but you can go like for a Horizon and into a different items, like more damaging items. Well, normally you have to go for like a Mythic plus like the Seraph's Embrace. So yeah, do not go Seraph's Embrace unless you're going for like a really specific weird build. I know it sounds tempting, but ability haste is just not worth it, and the healing is genuinely trash. Rod of Ages heal is also meh. It's not that good, but it gives you movement speed and it gives you mana back, which really negates the need to go for Seraph's Embrace. 4. If you have a lot of tanks, then you can also go for Leandri's Anguish, and then you can either skip entirely, you buy the tier for the early game, and then just keep the tier and do not upgrade it, or you can go for Mana Mune. This might sound stupid, but really the only reason you're building Seraphs is for the mana and the damage, but the AP you get is not as good as the damage you get from Mana Mune. So yeah, just skip the Seraphs and go for the Mana Mune. You could also go for obviously Winter's Approach, but not needed. Really, Mana Mune is your best choice if you want to go for that. And the same thing goes for Rune Tempest if they have champions. Once again, if you want to go for more damage build, but you don't. Once again, no Seraph's Embrace. Just go for the Mana Mune or skip it altogether. That's probably what I'm gonna do this game. I'm gonna go for Leandri's Anguish, Void Staff, and just skip the Mana Mune in general. This might be a bit stupid, since I'm not building Rod of Ages, but like yeah, it's just not worth it. Once again, like you can still build it. It's not that bad. Like if you're really worried, it really is just a waste. And it's just a stat stick. Normally, you don't need it. A lot of times, the penetration stuff you get from other items is better than the damage and AP that you're gonna get from Seraph's Embrace. It's really just not worth it. When it comes for your other items, you almost always want to go for, obviously, Rabadon's on your second or third item, as on his Hourglass, and Cosmic Drive if you need it. Once again, Cosmic Drive can be interchanged for Archangel, since both of them have high ability haste. Boots, normally I'd recommend Lucidity, but Sorceress is also really good. And that really depends on the build. Thing I like about ryze is you can really change the build based on like the matchup. It's not a dynamic, it's not like a static build. It's a very dynamic build. It like sorry, got distracted. It's a really yeah, it's a dynamic build. It can always change based on what you need. You need more penetration, boom, you can remove one of the, you can remove the Seraph's Embrace. You need more damage, you can go for Mana Mune. You need the AP, Cosmic Drive. You have Seraph's Embrace, then you can probably go for Sorcerers. If you go for like Seraph's Embrace first item. It really is like, yeah, and interchangeable. Like everything in the build is mostly interchangeable. So yeah, that's just a good rule of thumb. All these 4 items are good based on matchup, as well as Riftmaker, but that I normally just recommend that for ARAM. If you are going Riftmaker, then you probably want to go for Seraph's Embrace, Archangel Staff. Yeah, Seraph's Embrace. Sorry, why did I correct myself there? Because you need the ability haste in order to stack it to consistently like get the damage off the item, as well as get the damage off Conqueror if you're going for Conqueror, which you probably want to. And yeah, that's mostly it. But once again, you can go for Cosmic Drive and just skip the Seraph's Embrace and go for a Fimbulwinter or something. Just be aware that you're not going to get out the shield that often, since you normally want to use your W for the combo rather than the stun. But you can use it, so that's mostly the rule of thumb. Go for Rod of Ages or Ludens normally. Skip the Archangels. Go for either a Mana Mune or a Fimbulwinter, or skip the tier item in general. Buy the tier, just don't complete it, and then sell it later when you need to. And if you need, you can go for Liandry's or Everfrost. It depends on the matchup. If they have like a good chunk of damage that you need to like be able to live through, like a lot of consistent like point and click damage, then really Everfrost Fimbulwinter is probably the best choice if you can deal good damage with your abilities. Then Ludens. If you go for Ludens, normally I wouldn't say like go for like a bunch of ability haste, since you don't need it. What you're doing is you're going in, doing your combo, and then going back out, and then just abusing that damage from Ludens Tempest and your passive just normal ryze damage, which you have a lot of good ryze damage. So that's what you want to do with that build. So you don't need the ability haste with that build. That's why I go for Mana Mune or skip the item in general. And mostly the same for Liandry's if they have a lot of tanks. That's yeah, that's mostly it. I really hope this tutorial, that's not really tutorial, helped anyone. And I'm not a ryze man. I play a lot of ryze, but like I wouldn't consider myself a ryze man. So if you see like a proper like ryze main say something not controversial, but like contrary to what I'm saying, then probably listen to him, since he probably knows better. This is from mostly my experience and a lot of playing ryze, especially with the new items. Like yeah, so that's it. I want to do another video on Vlad, since it's another champion I see people build wrong. Not wrong, but like not as good as you can. So yeah, I might do that in the future.